Very good morning. In this session, we are going to discuss big data analytics. So, in this session, we are going to discuss the four topics: big data and its definition, what is actually a big data analytics, what data science emphasizes, and the technologies, that is software technologies used for big data analytics and data science. So, come to understand the definition of big data. So, before going to get into the topic big data, we must have some awareness on big data and analytics. So, usually the term big refers a huge. So, data refers a meaningful or a factual information. So, big refers huge, data factual information. What is factual information? For example, age is a data. At the same time, there are some limitations. When we are going to refer a data as age, it must be a positive and a whole number, so that 45 is a valid age, but minus 15 cannot be the valid data as age. Okay, so that data must be a factual one. Then analytics. Huge amount of factual informations are going to be analyzed. We can get some business insights. So the business insights are very much useful in informed decision making process. So with this idea, come to understand the definition of big data. So big data is high volume, high velocity and high variety information assets that demand cost effective, innovative forms of information processing for enhanced insights and decision making. Okay, this is the complete definition of big data. So in this definition, there are three important things. First one, huge volume, that is high volume, high velocity and high variety information assets. Big data means it is a high volume, high velocity and high variety information assets. So nowadays in any business, information is the major asset. Okay, for the better growth of any business, nowadays information plays very important role. So that huge volume, high volume, high velocity and high variety information assets. Second one, big data analytics demand cost effective, innovative forms of information processing. Okay, for better processing, the factual informations are available in an innovative form. So then only it can be processed in a better way. And third one, it is used for enhanced insights and decision making. So in any business, decision making is a key for the success as well as failure. So that for the success of any business, informed decision making system is a right direction. Okay, so that in big data analytics, a high volume of data used for processing for improving for helping the informed decision making in any business. Okay, this is the definition of big data. So here come to understand what is high volume. So nowadays informations are stored in storage devices. So for example, hard disk. So the size of the hard disk are measured in terabyte nowadays. Okay. So what is actually a terabyte? So 1024 gigabyte is called 1 terabyte. So what is 1 gigabyte? 1024 megabyte 1 gigabyte. So 1024 kilobytes is called 1 megabyte. So 1 kilobyte means 1024 bytes. So what is actually a byte? 8 bits of information is called 1 byte of information. Okay, what do you mean bit? This is a short form of binary digit. Okay, there are few more memory units. These are petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte up to zip byte. Okay. Next, come to understand high velocity. So high velocity means speed at which data is generated. Okay. We know very well computers are used from the ancient days 1962 till days. Okay. So in any business we can see the historical old data and current data. So the collection of historical data and current data is the velocity. Then variety. So variety means wide range of data types and their sources. Okay, data generated in different sources. Okay, so for example, from internet and from documents, and it can be generated from some other resources. Okay, so according to the source of information, data classified into three: structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. So what is a structured data? Data which is in organized form. Organized form means, so data can be collected. So the collected data initially is an unnormalized data. So the unnormalized data must be normalized by applying normalization techniques. So finally, the normalized data going to be stored in a database. So in a database, within a table, data going to be organized in row and column manner. Okay, so data organized in a structured manner, that is row and column. So it confirms the relational data model. There are 4 data model. So among these, relational data model is more popular. So data supported relational data model are merely structured data. So what are all relational database management systems? Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server and DB2. Okay, these are all some popular RDBMS softwares. So for your better understanding, a figure is given how data is organized in row and column manner in a table and within a database. Then come to understand semi-structured data. So semi-structured data is partially structured, or it is a self-describing structure. So the self-describing structure achieved by using HTML tag. Okay, HTML is a documentation language, we know very well. For the better documentation, so much of tags used. So the tags may be single tag or pair of tag. Okay, so for your understanding, title is a pair of tag. So within open and close title tag, a title can be given. So it is self-describing. So within open and close tag, the title is bound. Okay, this is self-describing. So that the semi-structured data are HTML, XML and JSON documents. JSON, JavaScript object notations. Then come to understand unstructured data. So nowadays we are using so much of applications in computer and computer based devices. Okay, so when we are using internet and at the time of running applications, so much of huge amount of data created. So whatever the data generated through internet are merely unstructured data. So in big data we can see in 80% of, okay, so 80% of unstructured data and 10% of semi-structured data and the remaining 10% of structured data. So in big data we can see structured, unstructured and semi-structured data. So I hope that when you are viewing this video, you can get a complete understanding on big data analytics. Thank you.